How does it work? The Christian life. I mean, how is it really supposed to work? Do you ever wrestle with this question? I did, and I got stuck in the mud during my college years trying to figure out the answer. Everything I attempted just turned out to be nothing more than a new twist on the old try harder game. I got so frustrated I just threw up my hands and gave up the fight. I didn't know how to make the Christian life work, and I just didn't know why. As it turns out, I was going about it the wrong way. I was trying to make it work through human effort. I thought it was my responsibility to live the Christian life, to make it work. Good old-fashioned human effort was what I was bringing to the table, and here's where it got me. I mean, I really wanted to be close to God, to draw near to God, but the harder I tried, the further away I felt from Him. I mean, I felt pretty good about myself going into my college years, but at the end, my self-image was torn and tattered. I just didn't know who I was. I lost all sense of purpose, and I never felt truly forgiven or loved by God. And then here's the real kicker, the one that really frustrated me more than anything else. The harder I tried, the more I sinned. Does any of this hit home with you? Have you experienced these same frustrations in trying to live the Christian life? Well, one of my favorite writers is D. Martin Lloyd-Jones, and he said this: the Christian life starts with grace, it continues with grace, and it ends with grace. I love this quote. It really puts human effort in its place. As a matter of fact, listening to that, you realize there's just no place for human effort in the Christian life at all. But it does beg the question, how do we make grace the central part of our lives? Well, the Apostle Paul put it this way in probably one of the most famous verses in the Word of God, Ephesians 2:8. He wrote this: "It is by grace that you have been saved through faith. It is the gift of God. It is not of yourselves." There it is, God's simple plan for the Christian life. By grace, through faith. Well, this is where I missed it. I heard the message. I heard that Christ had died for me, that He had been buried and raised back to life. But I didn't combine that message with faith. I chose the try harder route. You know, the one that says God did His part, now it's up to us to do our part. Well, that's not faith. Well, when I finally threw up my hands in frustration and gave up on trying to live the Christian life through human effort, that's when God's simple plan started to take shape in my life. Well, I write about this journey in my new book, Simple Gospel, Simply Grace. It's the book I've always wanted to write. It's a very personal book. It's filled with stories and illustrations that help me learn that the Christian life is simply grace from start to finish. And I pray that Simple Gospel, Simply Grace can help you along in your journey, can help you make grace front and center in your everyday life. That's my prayer, that in reading it, you will understand how the Christian life is really supposed to work. That's why I wrote this book, and I hope it'll be a blessing in your life.